There we go. All right. In 3, 2, 1.
I think maybe your friends have feel good mixed up with get high.
What's the difference?
Getting high is artificial. Any fool can get high. Feeling good is real. It comes from within, which is better.
I don't know.
I don't feel anything.
The Morning Stream. We're not toys, we're action figures.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TMS. It is the morning stream for May 16th, 2024. I'm Scott Johnson with Brian Ibbett. Hi.
Well, hello. Howdy do?
Oh, you know, it's a Thursday.
Yeah.
I got family in town. They're starting to
Lots
roll
of them.
in.
Whole bunch of them.
Yeah, a whole bunch. We got a big old fat wedding from on my sister's side, and everybody's here to see it. And it's also a big to-do. Because as it turns out, my niece, Jade, she loves a big wedding. She loves a big, loud thing.
Lavish.
Yeah, she's into that. She would like, nothing more than to have 50 spotlights pointed right at her awesome dress. And this is not I don't mean any of this pejoratively. She is a wonderful human being, but she loves the spotlight, and it's great.
Sure.
So we're all here to shine it on her. It's fine.
Nice. Good.
It's fine.
This will be great for her.
Yeah, and I think her husband-to-be is a really cool dude. Well, I guess are they married now? Doing a private. They're doing a separate ceremony. There's 2 ceremonies today. One's a ring ceremony. The other one's happening this morning, and I think it might be in the middle of it, like right this second.
But really? Might be happening as we speak.
Yeah, I'm not going to that part. But while they do that, Kim and Carter have already left, all dressed up to the nines. And they're going to watch little kids while this ceremony takes place. And then after that, there's a luncheon and there's all this stuff. So anyway, fun day ahead.
So that whole thing is tonight, or that thing's this weekend?
That is all tonight. So everything of note happens tonight. But then, since all this family's in town, we have a very important meeting with John and my mom. That happens Saturday morning. Then Wendy
decided to adopt you, Scott.
Wendy and I are gonna record some stuff.
Call me Dad.
Yeah, there's just a lot. Everyone's traveling here and there, and it's just gonna be a little nuts. But then by Sunday, by the time everybody leaves, I'm hoping for a couple of weeks of just like get work done, do stuff I want to do, get caught up. Sure. Like I feel like I got home from Vegas running on a treadmill and haven't stopped, and I don't like it.
No kidding. Yeah. No, I totally been feeling like that. And it's just, there was so much stuff that piled up, not really piled up, because I told all my, like the other side of my life, the freelance clients, I told them that I'd be gone. So they gave me a ton of stuff before I left, and then nothing while I was gone. No, nothing. But then like, it lit a fire under a couple of them to say, oh, well, as soon as you're back, let's do all these things. I'm like, oh, okay, great.
Sometimes the act of telling them that you're going to be out of pocket for a while is enough for them to load you up with new things.
See, I think it's, I'm not going to complain because I need the business, I need the work, I need the stuff. So happy to do it.
Yep. We'll take whatever you got. Quick thing before we get too much further. I forgot to show this already. This is minus the hat because the hat broke, but I meant to show off Mike Pacholik's 3D print of
but you had already shown this. Yeah, cool.
I don't think I showed it on camera yet, but isn't that awesome? Look at him.
That is so cool. That's so cool.
The base is over there, but similar to the Batman you sent me for Christmas that one year, it's the same kind of slot. That
Eastman. Eastman makes some incredible stuff. Like his busts are fire.
These are so good. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyway, I got that handy in case I need something to hold up for the thumbnail today.
There you go. I've got Magneto his face is all covered under his mask, so that thing is ready for me to airbrush. Basically, I've got to do it all in one shot, right? Because I'm going to mix the right color, that red with a little tinge of purple to kind of bring the tone down a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the rest of it is actual purple. But got to airbrush that thing, and I don't want to have to remember what formula I don't want to have to write down either like it was 5 drops of red to 1 drop of black or purple.
Yeah. Not a fan of writing everything down sometimes. Sometimes I just don't want to. I want to remember it, and then I get screwed up and I don't remember it, and then it's a problem. But
Well, we get spoiled by tools in like Procreate and Photoshop where we can say, oh, what color is that? Eyedropper, boink.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that color, and I'm now painting with it again.
Yeah, we've gotten weird with that. Like I still do that thing where I'm drawing on like traditional Bristol board or canvas or paper.
Okay.
Sometimes here and there. When I do, there are times where I'm like doing something small and intricate, and I will intuitively pinch and zoom on a piece of paper. And it's really irritating. Oh, it's frustrating because nothing. Of course, nothing happens. But my brain and my eyes expect the world to zoom, and when it doesn't, it's a little bit like a hiccup in my head. Like, oh, right, this isn't the same. Or if I want to undo something, I don't have that option. Yeah. There's no undoing.
Do you do like the Procreate thing where you 2 fingers to turn the thing?
Oh, all the time, the time. Just your finger stuff. I am constantly moving that around. Yeah, and it was a problem. It was a similar problem I was using a Wacom, except you weren't doing pinch and zoom as much. Some of the newer ones do, but instead I was using these buttons on the side, and I was doing that too. I'd have my hand on the table. I'd be drawing. I'm like, oh, that can't be right. And I'd hit this button to change to eraser and go, no, Scott, you flip it over. It's on the back side of this physical pencil. Anyway.
Fantastic. That's fantastic.
I do 9 of 12 Ashford. I still have the sketchbook she gave me. I use it almost every night. I doodle in that thing all the time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I love a good like physical sketchbook. It's fantastic.
Me too. Yeah, no, I keep one here by me, right here on the desk, and use that every once in a while. I'm trying to decide. There's something you were talking before the show, maybe about a 3D, a series of videos on YouTube about the 3D process. I'm going to do a series of creating in 3D without a focus on what's the tool you're using, what's a tutorial of how to use what you're using, but more about the whole process of like, all right, you think about the shape, you do this, you subtract, you add, blah, blah, blah. And, but I want to, I've got my thing that I'm currently already using for the Millennium Falcon build, but I kind of want to lump it all together into a Brian has too many hobbies kind of collection. So I can say, I was thinking wheel of hobbies, and I can incorporate my spinny wheel.
Oh yeah, you just spin it and pick one.
Exactly. And like, all right, today we're gonna be mini painting or whatever.
Love it.
And so I might figure out some way to incorporate that, and then a mix of the 3D modeling, painting, Millennium Falcon build, et cetera, et cetera.
Why not?
But I want to do. I'm thinking about like an outline of this border of the overlay, the YouTube overlay that has little sketches of all the different things. Like here's a Marvel Snap card, here's a paintbrush, here's a piece of the Millennium Falcon, here's a screwdriver, here's
love it,
et cetera, an airbrush. And it's like, do I do that? Do I do it on physical media, or do I just put it into Procreate and do it there? And I feel like I'm going to do it in Procreate. I feel like that's the place.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Procreate's great for that stuff. So
my shitty previous version.
Oh man.
Oh, whatever. Pencil
2.0. You're so old now.
my non-pro Apple Pencil and my last generation iPad.
Yeah. So I got the pencil showed up yesterday.
Oh, cool.
I don't have the iPad. It's super annoying.
Compatible with the existing.
As far as I know, it isn't. Is it? I haven't checked.
I guess not. It is not. Okay. Yeah. That was the first thing when they announced. I'm like, oh, I want all that stuff. Only compatible with M4.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying because now I got to wait 2 weeks for the other thing because I must have been on the tail end of an order where the configuration I got just took longer. So they're sending them. So I hate that. Gosh dang it! Now I got this pencil just sitting there looking at me.
Oh, I thought wasn't that your photo in the? Oh, that was Dr. Tolbert.
No, it was Dr. Tolbert.
Out of his nice new shiny. I saw that thing and I thought, oh my god, that's a nice MacBook. And then I realized, no, that's the iPad on probably the new keyboard, the new graphite looking keyboard. It looks amazing.
Yeah, that new keyboard's supposed to be super nice. It's also very expensive still. I think $350 is the price for that thing. Silly. I don't think I'm ready. I'm not ready for that yet. And also, I'm curious if the new one will even fit in the old one. I'm going to at least try it. Probably won't, but I'm going to try.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Either way, expect some some feedback from me about how the texture works, because that's the big change
I can't
here.
wait. Yeah, I'm curious about that too.
Well, they call it nano texture. What they call it? It's like nano texture or something. Nano
something like that. Yeah.
Texture iPad. What is the name of this? It is. Oh, it is. Nano texture anti-reflective display. So it has two purposes. It's OLED either way, but the version of the nano texture is both no glare, and you can look at it from any direction. You're going to get the same screen.
It's amazing.
But also it's supposed to have like a paper-like texture for those who are using these things for art, and I could not be more excited about that. If it works, I don't know if it will.
It works. Yes, of course.
It better work. Because
I was more excited about hearing the Tandem OLED. Oh, we've got Tandem OLED.
Tandem OLED in our products.
Tandem OLED.
Tandem OLED. Anyway, so that's what's going on there. Quick update on the let's call it the bee plug I found in the gutter the other day.
Okay, yeah.
I went out.
Nobody else figured it out from that. Yeah.
I decided today. I went out with the dog, took my camera. I'm like, I'm going to get a picture of this thing so everyone can see where I saw it. It's not there anymore. Someone picked it up, took it. Yeah, it's gone.
God.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean that brings up we got a story. We have to imagine the story.
Yeah, let's fill in the blanks.
Was there any other trash around it? Did they pick up all the trash, or did they just pick that thing up?
There were. Well, so when I saw it yesterday, was it yesterday? Now I'm forgetting time. Anyway, I guess it was yesterday or the day before, whatever it was. There were wrappers. Specifically, I remember seeing Chick-fil-A wrappers.
Oh, right. Yes, because you made the connection that they had a little Chick-fil-A and a little
yeah.
Had some fun.
And I was going to grab the Chick-fil-A wrapper and throw it away. That was my whole point of checking down there. But once I saw this thing right next to it, I'm like, I'm not touching any of these things while they're in here. So there was still a little bit of stuff there.
Okay.
But not a bunch of trash or anything. There was maybe a plastic something or other.
Oh, okay.
So
but no more Chick-fil-A stuff. So somebody might have just cleaned all that up.
Right. Scooped
it up. In
which
case, boring story, or somebody. But yeah, so if the Chick-fil-A stuff was there and somebody took the plug, then I'm thinking, ooh, that's an interesting. Now what's happening? Now what do we got going on?
There was a guy walking away from the scene quickly and also uncomfortably. So maybe that was him.
Kind of goose stepping as he walked.
He kept going. I don't know what those make you do.
I don't know.
Yeah, exit only. That's my law. Well, anyway, there's that. So there's your quick update, folks. Sorry, I don't have a better story about where that thing ended up. But that's ended up somewhere, I suppose. All right, couple of quick emails from people. These are always a great place to read these. Big thanks to Mike Jones for sending this in. He says, hey, Scotch and Bonnet, I wanted to address a pet peeve of mine that I heard across multiple Frog Pants shows in the last week or two. That is the mispronunciation of habanero. There is no N in habanero.
Enya. There's no Enya. There's no
the little
the tilde thing. Yeah, so it's
habanero. Habanero is how you're supposed to say it, right?
That's how you're supposed to say it. And there's a term for this where you automatically foreignize any word you hear that comes from that country, whether or not it is pronounced that way or not. Like we do that a lot with French and stuff but habanero apparently is the actual pronunciation. And I've been calling it habanero for as long as I can think of.
My whole life, I think. I've been doing it.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. So I'm going to try to make a change. We'll see what we can do. He says, the misconception drives me crazy. It's like the reverse of someone calling a jalapeno to Japalino. No, what is he? I don't know. Understand?
Like basically jalapeno and
because he wrote the same word twice.
Yeah, I know he did. I think it auto-corrected one of those. Should not have the enya. By the way, hyperforeignism is where you. Here we go. Involves speakers misidentifying the distribution of a pattern found in other words and extending it to other environments, including words and phrases not borrowed from the language and the pattern it derives from.
Oh.
So, their example is, for example, habanero is sometimes pronounced as though it were spelled with an enya, which is not the Spanish form from which the English word was borrowed.
Oh, I see. Oh, and then I'm sorry, there was a follow-up where he said there was an autocorrect. It's supposed to be jalapeno versus jalapeno. Pino. Right?
Jalapeno.
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 But it really is Is it really?
Peno. It's
Okay.
really jalapeno.
It is
yes,
peno.
Really, that one really does have an enya. Habanero does not. So it's habanero, jalapeno.
Well, I like Enya, so we're in.
Is it a serrano or a serrano pepper? I know
Oh,
that's
shit.
It's a serrano. It's a serrano. I know.
Now we're in more trouble. All right. Well, thank you for that, Mike Jones. Wait, is this the same
Is
Mike?
Is it menudo or menudo?
Menudo?
Menudo.
This isn't Mike Jones who does the voice acting, is it? I wonder if that's him. Hold on.
Oh, it probably is because that is such a unique name that there's
Something
very
about
little
it.
chance that it could be.
Yeah, there's no Joneses and the Mikes. I mean, how rare is a Mike?
I know. Yeah.
Here's one from Eric Valdez in.
Menunos.
Here's Eric Valdez in Mountain View, California, or is it Eric Valdez? Anyway.
It's not the Exxon.
No. He says something about superstitions. Good morning, TMSsters. TMSsters, yeah.
TMSters. I like that.
I like it too. On your segment with Bobby regarding superstition and more specifically aviation, I have one I use as an air crew member of the Air Force. Oh, I'm wearing a Navy shirt today. I'm not in the Navy, by the way. This is from a fan.
Oh, I was fooled. I thought you were.
Yeah.
Stolen valor.
Stolen valor for sure. Kim doesn't like it when I wear this shirt in public. She's like, don't wear that. I'm like, why? Because you're not in the Navy. I'm like, I know, but a guy gave it to me in the Navy. He expected me to wear it. It's fine. She's like, I know, but I don't want people thinking that you're some like Navy hero when really you're just wearing a shirt from a listener. I'm like, come
I think
on.
it's totally fine. I'm not in the Space Force, but Cleo totally sent me a Space Force T-shirt that I wear. So.
Oh, I want one of those.
Space Force.
I love it. Anyways, an air crew in the Air Force, I always pat or rub the nose of the airplane before we fly. I'm not sure if it's a superstition, but it's a sort of our way of, quote unquote, telling the plane that we trust her to get us back home safe again. I also find myself tapping the side of a plane when I board a civilian airliner. It's like a respect thing for the machine that we trust to take us where we want to go. Love you guys, Eric. Well, that's interesting.
That is interesting, huh?
I'm going to start doing that. When I come into the, you got the tube.
Yeah, when you board a plane, you get out of the jetway and
pump,
you
pump.
just like a pat.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to bones the pilot, quick little.
Give it a little lick. Like lick the side of the plane and say, get us home safely, baby.
Please, and then lick it again. Lick it twice.
See what the people behind you on the jetway do. Just a nice little kiss. Doesn't have to be tongue. Just a little kiss.
I kind of want to
have Kim record it.
I kind of want to do it now. Is it weird that I don't think an outside of a plane is gross to kiss?
Yeah, no, I don't think it is either, right? Because you see them washing those things off all the time. Plus, it's in the air; it's not rolling in the dirt.
No, even if it killed a goose or something, it's like it's fine. It's just the exterior of a plane. The sun's beating on it. I'm not worried. But you tell me you want me to kiss the interior of a plane? Freaking forget it. I'm not doing that.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
Not a chance.
So with you. Yeah.
Rob from Toronto wrote in. I don't know if you've had a chance to watch this yet, but this is what he says.
I've not, but
fellas, I just finished watching Jerry Seinfeld's movie Unfrosted, which you guys discussed on Monday's show. I just wanted to share with you that if you like fun, then you will enjoy this movie. Please give it a chance.
Like fun. Yeah,
I like fun too. You know what? It turns out fun and I and Brian and fun, we all get along.
Yeah, actually, I didn't know this about myself, but I do like fun. Okay, cool. All right, good.
I like that he called out Schleicher here, though. He says, please give it a chance and try to forget Killjoy Steven Schleicher's meh review.
It wasn't just Killjoy Steven Schleicher. It was Killjoy Randy Deluxe too. Randy, Randy in our little chat for recommendals, because we talk about, all right, here's what I'm going to be recommending, so we don't have overlap. He said, I'm not going to be recommending Unfrosted as much as I'd like to. I would have liked to before I watched it, or something like that.
Yeah, and then he moved Catwoman.
Then he forcefully moved Catwoman.
I've moved Catwoman.
Yeah, we're aware. So the reviews also didn't help. It's currently sitting critical reviews at 42%, audience score of 53. I don't know, man. That sounds like maybe that thing didn't quite work.
I'm totally going to watch it for the cameos. Happy to watch it for the cameos, because not the cameos, but the additional comedic talent.
I don't know if you've seen this, and people are probably surprised I haven't brought it up yet, but I was looking at scores yesterday, and we've got some early reviews for Furiosa out there now floating around.
Okay, all right.
Let me tell you where we're at here. Hold on a second. Furiosa. Here we go. Mad Max Saga. Anya Taylor-Joy. We are currently at 86 of 43 reviews. It's pretty good. I suspect as they roll in and we get into the hundreds of reviews, we'll probably even out closer to 90. This is all good news, everybody, that we've got another hit on our hands from the genius that is George Miller. And you might have to hear me talk about it a lot, all right? So just get ready, be ready.
Yeah. I will say that when I ordered, I basically ordered my 2 tickets on Alamo Drafthouse, knowing full well that Tina would not want one of them. So my first text was to Uncle George. Hey, George, you want to go see Furiosa? On me, Thursday night, May, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I'm in. So
He was down. Okay, excellent.
He was down. Yeah.
Tell Uncle George he's made the right choice. And that's that movie I told you about the other day, or yesterday, Last Stop in Yuma County, the one I recommended.
Yes.
97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's cool.
Yeah, that movie rocks. You got to see it. It's so good.
I'm going to see it. I'm not going to spend the money. I'm sorry. I'm not going to spend the money to rent it, only because I'm not at a loss of things to watch right now that are included in the services that I'm paying for.
Yeah, you don't need to. It's nothing. It's one of those movies you don't need to rush and see. You know.
That's right.
But once you see
Brian,
it though,
you must see film.
Once you see it though, I swear you're going to be like, oh.
I can't wait. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So
it
wonderful.
might be my second favorite movie with Yuma in the title of all time.
Yeah, there's 2 good movies with Yuma in the title. Well, now people of the fans of the original 310 are going to be mad, but I think the new one.
Oh, that's right. I guess there are 3 movies because that was a remake, wasn't it?
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with the original, but the remake is a improvement on every level. Sorry, everyone. Oh,
sorry.
And watch Abigail.
Yeah.
I hinted this to Brian yesterday. Watch Abigail, the movie Abigail with the vampire girl, and there's the reason to do it. 2 reasons to do it. One, she's great, by the way. That little Irish actress is killer in it. She's so good.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
She plays American, but you never know she was Irish. She's very good. Second thing, it's got Bean Fork in it, Kevin Durant, who we're getting a lot of right now because of your monkey movie.
Yeah.
He has a scene that is immediately reminiscent of why we call him Bean Fork. So I'm just saying, watch it. Dr. Calhoun just saw it. And Dr. Calhoun, you know what I mean when I say Bean Fork scene, right? You know what I'm talking about. All right. That's all I got to say about that.
Oh, excellent. Can't wait. Yeah, that's on the list. I might find a complex way of watching that soon, but probably, again, that I've got plenty of time. I've got plenty of stuff in the queue before it. So
yeah, we're at a no loss for content right now.
Yeah.
Here is that's it. I already gave you the butt plug update. So what else do you need? We're good.
Yeah. What more do you want? My gosh.
They probably want some news. It's time for a little bit of news, and it's brought to you by
Coverville. Hey, that's still happening today at noon at twitch.tv/Coverville, 12 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time. Today, a very special Black and Blue episode. Black and Blue, you're saying? What? Yeah, Black Keys, because it's Dan Auerbach's birthday. And it's also, last week was the 30th anniversary of Weezer's Blue album, their debut album, which came up in conversation recently. And in looking it up, I said, oh, that came out May 10th, 30 years ago.
Whoa.
1994. So it is high time to do a track-by-track cover of Weezer's Blue album. So, of course, things like Say It Ain't So, Undone the Sweater Song, that one.
That's a good song.
And Surf Wax America, In the Garage, and all those.
Awesome. Weezer, I cannot believe that.
What is that song? My girl, she sucks a lot.
What's the one where they go back and do the Happy Days thing and Al's there and everything?
That's
is that Sweater?
Buddy Holly.
Oh, Buddy Holly.
And that's on that album as well. Yeah. It is No One Else.
No One Else. That's it.
No One Else. I want a girl who will laugh for no one else.
It's a good album.
And My Name is Jonas. In the Garage. Holiday.
Yeah.
You know how many people have released songs called Holiday, Scott? Lots of people.
I'm guessing hundreds if I had to guess.
Hundreds. I mean, Green Day has one. Madonna has one. Vampire Weekend has one.
Yeah.
And Weezer has one. And you're gonna hear one that has a strange connection to all of them. So
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, so lots of fun stuff on the show. And then, of course, like I said, Black Keys, Lonely Boy, Tighten Up, Howlin' for You. It's going to be awesome. All that, noon today, twitch.tv/Coverville.
Check it out. Y'all get your music on today. OnlyFans. Let's talk about OnlyFans for a second.
Oh, sure, please.
Well, in particular, a lady who is an OnlyFans model. So this has gone slightly viral since this happened, but
yeah.
And I did a whole diary episode on trying to understand this stupid Dublin, New York portal thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
And here's why I don't like. Well, I'll get to why I don't like it in a second.
Yeah.
But anyway, this OnlyFans model flashed the Dublin, New York portal, leading to temporary shutdown of the device.
Of course.
I thought here's her quote. I thought the people of Dublin deserve to see my 2 New York homegrown potatoes, says the model.
It's not potatoes aren't a flattering term for boobs.
No,
just so you know.
No, they're lumpy and
yeah.
they got weird little hairs growing out of them and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
It's a good thing she didn't show them her boxty.
This is shut up, dude. You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me. Her boxty. I have regrets. 24/7 live stream between Dublin and New York was temporarily switched off after videos went viral showing flashing, swearing, and people showing images of the Twin Towers burning in 9/11. That was actually from the Dublin side. So,
oh really?
Don't go thinking we're the weirdos. The Dublin side had people holding up their phone with a picture of like the 2 Twin Towers burning and stuff like that.
That's lovely.
Here's my big complaint.
What's wrong with you Irish people? My God.
Here's my complaint. It's about the whole thing in general. This was expensive and kind of stupid in my mind because I understand what you're doing. They're sister cities. You got a big circular thing that's kind of like a portal. It's just a camera with a screen. And then they're on one side, we're on the other side. You can see each other in real time. Kind of a fun little lark, right? I get it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's not that interesting. If this was 20 years ago, this would be mind-blowing. You do it today, it's like everyone's got a thing in their pocket that lets them do this to anyone in the world, let alone Dublin, for free.
It's not about the technology, though. I mean, because, you're right. You can FaceTime somebody in Dublin right now, and it's free. It's, it's right in your pocket. But it's more about the bringing of two things together like that. And I think it's actually kind of cool. Like if they had a Colorado, I don't know what our sister city is, Denver's sister city, but if they had one for Denver, I think, that's a really cool idea. It just needs to be here's what it should be, because I know it's on what it was 24/7, right? And it kind of needs to be because we've got a 8-hour time difference, 7-hour time difference or something.
Yeah, and it's back to that. It'll go 24/7 from here on out, but
it probably needs to just be during certain hours. Make it only available at certain hours, because somebody has to be there to manage it and kind of make sure I saw the video of this woman like having to have her boyfriend distract the guard so that she could flash and then get away. It's like, make it so it's managed a little bit better. But I don't know. Personally, I think it's a fine
idea. To me, it's like the it's like social media. Brilliant idea until people get involved. You know what I mean?
Until the general populace. It's so sad, but true. Yeah.
People just are. You're gonna get trolls. You're gonna get a-holes. Like there's no way around it. And I don't know. It's kind of expensive. I don't know if it's just worth the money.
Have it in Union Station where it can be managed a little bit better, maybe, or I don't know.
Maybe make it more transient like that. Like people are walking past it and
there you go,
leaving the train station, or
but people are gonna want to stop and see. You're saying just keep moving, don't stop, don't look at the portal, don't look.
You know what?
Look at the portal.
No, that's a good point, because people are gonna bog that down, aren't they? They're gonna stop and they're gonna goggle and
they're gonna goggle. Yeah. Exactly. You don't want to have it anywhere where people have to get somewhere in a hurry. So in the main area of Union Station, yes, but not like on the way to platform 6 or something.
Yeah. And the people on the Dublin side seem to be pretty stoked about this lady's boobs. They were really
really?
They were laughing and going like this, freaking out.
Don't they have homegrown potatoes in Ireland?
Well, they're all blighted, so
lumpy with a lot of eyes on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely what you want your boobs to look like.
Yeah. Are those fingerlings?
In another video, a man held up his phone to the screen showing a video of the Trade Center burning, as I mentioned before. That was on the Ireland side. Another video showed a woman being dragged away by the portal by police after grinding against the screen.
Oh, jeez. People are the worst.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Basically, she was there 20 minutes, very drunk, was slapping and grinding against the portal before guards stepped in, says someone who filmed it. Anyway, Dublin City Council says they're working on technical solutions to address the, quote, inappropriate behavior, unquote. Well, what are you going to do? Have AI put up a bar if somebody's boobs come out? Like, what are you going to do?
Maybe. I mean, that's not a bad idea. I think just making sure, like have a guard who is ready to just tackle someone if there's even the slightest, like as soon as they get to mid belly level with their shirt, it's like a linebacker, it's Grunk coming in and just flooring the person as they go.
Let's see. I was just going to look because you're about to head to Vegas again. Vegas is sister city because this seems like the place you would do it. Put one of these in Vegas, right?
Vegas seems like the logical choice. Yeah. No kidding.
Let's see. Angeles, Philippines, Bandung. I don't know where that is. Jakarta. We know that. How do you pronounce Phuket? Because that looks like
Phuket.
So it is Phuket, not.
I'm sorry, Phuket. Sorry,
it's Phuket. It's not Effet.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good for them. All right. Well, that doesn't sound like there's anything fun there. But if they had a cool sister city, let's say Jakarta, that's fine. Do it there. Because then you expect this kind of stuff. And you know what? Know it going into it. Know that it's going to get abused. And then just let it be.
Yeah.
Quit trying to police it. It was your idea to put a giant camera in the middle of there. What'd you expect? Just let it go.
Exactly. You know what? Maybe that's it. Instead of worrying about it, just let it manage itself. Turn it into Reddit.
Yeah, you made it.
Turn it into 4chan.
Yeah, you made it into the thing that it is, and you didn't have the forethought to worry about these problems. So just let it live.
You only thought about whether you could, but not.
You are going to have some topless OnlyFans.
Well, and on that note, I looked up because I wasn't sure. I didn't know what Denver's sister city was. Apparently, it's in France, Scott, and it's a town in France, in northwestern France, called Brest. So set that. Let's get that portal project going. I will plunk down the first $100 to start the Denver Brest portal.
Wow.
Let's get this thing happening.
I think you know what? Sign me up. Just curious what we've got here. Chervenitsa, Ukraine, for
That's
us.
your Salt Lake City one?
Yeah. Torino, Italy is another one. There's 6 of them. It says here. I think everybody's got a few, right? That you just choose one.
It is plural for me. Yeah, it's. Oh, look at this! It's
Matsumoto,
like in a whole
Japan.
different language, translated to Myanmar. How about you just show me the original? Because it comes from the Denver.gov site.
That's a
There
good
we
idea.
go. Denver sister cities: Axum, Ethiopia; Brest, France; Chennai, India; Cuernavaca, Mexico; Carmel, Israel; Cumming, China.
Sure.
So Brest and Cumming. Oh, I guess it's Kunming with an N.
Kunming.
Nairobi. Oh, look at that. Nairobi. There you go.
That's cool.
Potenza, Italy; Takayama, Japan; and Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia.
We also have a Japan. We have Matsumoto, Japan.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. 140 miles northwest of Tokyo. The city's population.
Iron Chef.
Yeah, right? It was secret ingredient in that place.
That's right. Exactly. Yes.
Well, anyway, the point is don't show your boobs on cameras.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up, we have Milan.
Or do and send it to us. Sorry, go ahead, please. Continue.
Milan, Italy. Speaking of Italy, let's stay in Italy for a bit here.
Sure.
Milan has, they're poised to ban ice cream, pizza, and other stuff after midnight in a new law.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's gremlins. It's
after midnight. Don't feed them after midnight.
They found Mogwai, and they're really just they're thinking about the Mogwai.
You know, that's great, because in the end, it's thinking about all of us when you think about the Mogwai. So that's good.
Yes,
but you do get a free Frogurt. Anyway. After a failed attempt back...
Frogurt is also cursed.
One of the best episodes they ever made.
It really is, yeah.
After a failed attempt back in 2013, Milan is once again trying to get late-night ice cream eaters off its streets, the local government proposing a new law that could come into effect next month. For many, late-night gelato is part of an Italian culture thing, but this is in danger under a new law being introduced in the city. The legislative starting paper, interesting, has been filed in the city's local government, and if passed, could see late-night ice cream banned as soon as next month. I think they said the same thing twice.
Yeah, so they call it a legislative starting paper. Don't we just call it a bill? It's a bill.
Yeah. You don't hear that cartoon going, it's only a legislative starting paper. It doesn't work.
No, it really
I'm
doesn't.
only a bill. See, that's better.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going down to Capitol Hill.
You've been accepted, Bill. You're going to be a law. Oh, yeah. That's how that one ends.
He went full Kool-Aid man at
He
the
went
end.
full Kool-Aid man. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Just didn't break in a wall. Oh, I saw the funniest thing. Somebody sent me a photo of this, and I think it was in downtown where they're doing some demolition, but it was a building with a big hunk of its wall taken out, and there was a little tiny, you had to really look to see it. So, of course, pinch and zoom fingers, I saw it right away.
Yeah, of course you did. Yeah, Zoomy Fingers Johnson.
Somebody
Yes.
had a little sign that said, wanted, dead or alive, and it was a picture of the Kool-Aid man, as if he had made the giant hole.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that great?
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
Oh,
Yeah.
I laughed so
By
hard.
the way, did you enjoy our little tribute to Zoomy Fingers last week?
Oh, that was
we
fantastic.
talk about this on the show. So,
yeah, Brian, you tell him. I'll get the photo while you talk about it.
get
I'm
the
gonna
photo
pull
while
it
I
up.
talk about it. So, we've done a lot of selfies over the course of TMS Vegas, and Barry and Bobby Ann and I talked about, like, all right, we need to start planting things for Scott to discover. And so War Crusher was involved with part of it, where he's on the patio at the Barry and Bobby Ann pool patio.
Yep.
But he's sleeping, and his feet are fully visible, which we know would get Scott's attention.
Absolutely.
So Barry and Bobby, like, they stage a selfie photo to make sure that War Crusher's feet are in the picture. I know War Crusher's in the chat room. We love your feet.
Of course, your feet are amazing, dude. A little dirty.
Well,
but
when
they're
they were
great.
here last week for dinner, we decided to step it up a notch. So we wrote "Suck It, Johnson" on Barry's iPad, and then we moved it around the restaurant to figure out where it would be far enough that he wouldn't necessarily see it immediately, but it would still be clear enough for him to read. And so I have a bunch of photos of it all over the restaurant with this iPad saying "Suck It, Johnson."
That's amazing. It took me a minute, I'll admit. I was having a hard time finding anything weird, and then I finally zoomed in and I saw it. And so it says "Suck It, Johnson" right there. My favorite part, though, is this dude you did not count on who looks like the guy from MySpace, Tom from MySpace.
Tom, yeah, it's everybody's first friend, Tom.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's hanging out. Where is he back there? He is, hold on. What happened? Here we go. Come on. Stop it. There we go. He's right there. Chat. Look at him. He looks like he's been hiding out for years in this bar in in Colorado. And we finally found him.
We got him, folks. We've got him.
Yep. I'm still not sure what's on the TV. I tried to figure it out. There's a commercial for a truck on one TV, and then over here there's a TV up on the bar by the barrels, and there's a girl up there talking. It looks like a reality show or something.
Well, yeah, like a House Hunters or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I spent
That place is amazing. Can you see, like, directly in front of Tina? Tina and I swapped places for the photo, but you can see in front of her, actually in front of Barry and in front of Tristan Adams as well, these flights of whiskeys. So it's like 4 or 5 little small bottles of glasses of whiskey.
These are the old elk things I'm looking
This
at.
is the old elk. Yeah.
Those are good, eh?
They're made from charred barrels, charred oak barrels that they use for whiskey production, and antlers, elk antlers, or probably fake elk antlers.
That's amazing. Wow.
As handles and stuff, but it was really, really good stuff. Yeah.
That's great. Well, that was a lot of fun. So anytime anybody wants to send me a picture and hide shit in it, I'm happy to.
I know, it turned it into a Where's Waldo game for Scott and
Yeah.
see if he finds whatever is supposed to be in the background.
I enjoy it. It's fun to do that. Jamadako thought the glasses said "old F."
Yeah, it does look like it. The one I'm holding, you can. It's hard to tell that it says "Old Elk" because of where my hand is. It looks like "Old FUK" is what it looks like. Yeah, like I don't give an old.
That's great. Good catch.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. What else?
But that Kool-Aid man, that is hilarious. Wanted, Dead or Alive. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty great. This, by the way, this thing in Milan, going to cover 12 districts of Milan. I don't know how big that is. It sounds like a lot. The ban would take away all food, that includes pizza, drink, anything, after midnight in an effort to clamp down on noisy groups crowding in the streets in the Italian city. Is that mostly tourists, or is that locals?
It might be locals as well. Here's my thing about this.
Yeah.
You bought a house on a street with a bunch of retail and restaurants and shopping and stuff, and probably said to yourself, "Oh, this is going to be so convenient for me. I'm really excited about this."
Yeah.
But making people not able to get pizza after midnight? Come on, that's like I think 2/3 of the pizza I eat is after midnight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Mussolini is gone, you guys. You don't have
exactly. Maybe, you bought that place. You live with the fact that with great convenience comes great loud after hours people eating pizza and
That's
ice
right.
cream.
That's right. And if you want the tourist trade to thrive, you don't be shutting people down at midnight. Don't be doing that. I mean, I don't know. I've never been to Milan. I don't know what that city's like. I know enough about
I don't either. Yeah.
Stuff in movies and things, but that's all I know.
Italy is on our list. Tina and I want to go to Italy at some point, and France and Italy are the two next overseas destinations that we want to hit.
I think Italy would be amazing. Yeah. Chat says, when does it? This is from John Madako again. What time does it stop being after midnight? Good question. When does it lift? Is it in the morning? Is it like at noon? Like when can I eat pizza again in Milan?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure these places don't open up at 6 a.m. the ice cream or the pizza or the bars or anything. So it's just going to basically be at noon for the pizza place, probably noon for the ice cream place or whatever.
Here's what I think, and I'll say this as somebody whose country saw prohibition come and go. Mm-hmm. I don't care if it's pizza. I don't care if it's whiskey. Mm-hmm. People will find a way to get food after midnight.
Yeah.
And it will now be under the cover of breaking the law. So you're wasting your time with this. My guess is it won't pass. I think it probably won't pass. Yeah. It's just too weird and too draconian, and it's dumb. So don't do it. It's
really, and it's so weirdly, it's specific and it's really detrimental to these businesses who probably make a large portion of their money on takeout food.
Yep.
Like, it sounds like, bars and pizza places and even ice cream places, as long as they've got tables inside and people eat inside, they're fine, but they can't offer a to-go box. Like, nope, sorry, after midnight we cannot put your pizza in a to-go box because we don't want you eating it outside.
Yeah. I just picture a bunch of sad Marios sitting around and going, oh no. That's one of the more obscure death sounds, but I really appreciate you pulling that one out.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Because it could have been could have been that. But no, Brian went with, I think, World. I think that's Super Mario Brothers World Death is what that is.
I think it is. I think that is, yes.
Amazing.
Might be 3. Might be Super Mario Brothers 3.
That's amazing. It had kind of a banjo thing going in that one.
It did. It totally was, yeah.
That's amazing.
It might have been on that level where you go.
Could have been any of those. It could have been, how about this one? Oh, that's Pac-Man. Never mind. Don't count that. Also, that's not a death. Let's go to this one. NBC in the news, and this affects, I suppose, me because it's 10 years, but we're getting the Olympics back.
Yeah, look at you guys.
Yeah, I'm excited. We had a really good, successful one. Mitt Romney will not be running them this time, so my guess is it'll be some other rich feller, and hopefully they do a good job. Last time they did, they turned a profit. It was like rare. People never turn profits on the Olympics.
Hopefully, whoever runs the next Olympics for Salt Lake City finds a way to brush their junk up against you at some point.
Oh, I'm excited about that.
To continue your streak.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I need a man. To rub his junk on me if he doesn't mind. Anyway, NBC will display the heart rates of parents watching their kids during the Olympics. It's a little bit weird. Okay. I understand heart rate of the athlete. That might be interesting to say.
Sure.
You can see here as he runs around the corner, he is now going in for the final stretch, and as a result, his heart rate is changing. I mean, there is some value to that. I don't know if there is or isn't. But the parents, where they're just nervous about their kids, you got a guy in his 60s sitting there on the edge of his seat. Oh, his heart rate's gone up to 30, or it's gone from 75 resting to 182. Like, what's the point of that?
I'm just imagining the parents sitting on the sidelines of the beach volleyball competition, and we're not seeing much movement on that heart rate monitor, Bill. Nope, it's not looking like it's moving. I guess this was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Good thing we spent so much money on it.
I just think it's weird.
It's really weird. Yeah.
What do I know? Anyway, they're going to make these on screen and available as part of NBC's coverage. By the way, Mike Tirico will host the opening ceremonies along with Kelly Clarkson. And Peyton Manning.
Look at that. That's a couple for you.
Yeah, power couple.
Yeah.
Let's see. While the closing ceremony will be hosted by Tirico, Jimmy Fallon, and Tara Lipinski and Johnny Weir.
Tara Lipinski and Johnny Weir are the greatest, weirdest pairing that the Olympics has given us.
Yeah.
Year after year after year, those two. I cannot stop watching them. And it used to be, well, we've got Tara Lipinski and Johnny Weir just for the ice skating stuff. No, now they use them for everything, including the Summer Olympics now for some reason.
Yeah.
But
they're all over the place, man.
yeah.
Additionally, podcaster Alex Cooper, never heard of him, will host parties on Peacock during various events with Snoop Dogg in return to part of NBC's primetime coverage. Also, it says here, Scott Johnson and Brian Ibbett will be hosting the Parents with Heart Monitors section of the show.
We will. We're going to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking if there's anything like we usually watch this with Aunt Barb and Uncle George. We watch the opening ceremonies, but it would have been fun to like do sort of a watch along of whatever technology they use for the opening ceremonies and stuff, and do a little watch along. But
Yeah.
but I don't see that. I don't see us breaking our regular tradition. Unfortunately, the family tradition of watching those.
When is
Usually
this?
they're really cool though. Like
Oh, yeah. And often they're amazing, right?
they're usually amazing. The ones in Tokyo were just incredible.
Yeah.
But that long slog of, all right, now we're watching all the athletes come out onto the thing and walk the circle, and oh yes, here's another 14 athletes all holding up their phones to record the size of the stadium from the inside.
Yep. And now the delegation from Wakanda, and like 4 people walk out.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I
I do want to see that shirtless, greased up flag carrying guy from was he Tonga? Where was that guy from?
He was greased up. He looked
He
like
was greased up,
Yeah.
like
he was ready to tear
loincloth
somebody up.
practically. Yeah,
That might have been a New Zealand thing, and they do the what's that
maybe
called?
right. Could have been the Samoan or not Samoans. Not Aborigines, New Zealand Maori.
Maori, right? And they do that. What's that thing they do where they freak out and do? Yeah. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. What's that called though?
Oh, Tongas. They're confirming that guy was from Tonga. Yeah.
Oh, got it. Haka. It's called the Haka.
Haka. That's the Haka. Yes, right.
Yeah, the Haka's cool, man.
So cool. Like if I'm playing football against the team doing that, the Maori team, and they come out, or the New Zealand All Blacks doing that, then I'm intimidated immediately by that business. Thank you.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, they seem like they're about to go insane and slice you up into little pieces.
Totally. It's like they're about to say, "I'm the best at what I do, bub."
Yeah. Yeah. It's scary.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, this is a thing coming up. We'll have to see. When are the Olympics? July? What are we looking at here?
June, July?
Is it June? Is it sooner than I think it
let's
is?
see.
I mean, it's Paris.
24.
What Paris? Is this Paris? Like
July, you're right. July 24th through August 11th.
Oh, all right. It starts on Utah's statehood day, the
Cool.
24th.
More importantly, though, how does that relate to Deadpool? Deadpool is...
Yeah, let's talk about the only MCU movie we get this year. When is that?
Deadpool and Wolverine is what it's called, by the way, to anyone who's worried about spoilers. That
was Claire on
July
Monday.
25th, yeah.
Claire on Monday was freaking out because Carter said
I
Wolverine's
know.
in it. I'm like, it's in the title. It's on the thing.
It's in the title, exactly. Yeah, July 25th. So that weekend, the weekend that the Olympics start, is also the weekend of Deadpool and Wolverine. Speaking of which, by the way,
Yeah.
found out that so we get the local Fan Expo, the former Denver Comic Con, coming to Denver here pretty soon. I already mentioned that Marissa Tomei is coming. So is Morena Baccarin. So I'm preparing my laminated list to take to the event, and
Wow. That's great. That's great, though.
yeah,
I love both of those people.
I do too. I can't. We might spring for the meet the celebrity package, and
You know what? We should find a way for TMS to fund that, because you will have stories, right?
I will
maybe
have stories,
maybe not
yes.
crazy ones, but you'll be able to specifically say, this is what Marissa Tomei told me.
yes, right.
How else do we get that on a show like ours? You know what I mean?
This is what Morena Baccarin's hair smells like, and this is also how strong the security team is.
Yeah. Because one
This is what
leads
it
to
feels
the other.
like to have your right arm pulled directly across your back.
This is what it feels like to be tased by 5 men at once.
That's right, exactly.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll find out soon enough. We're going to take our leave, though. Now, you might say to yourself, well, usually you take a break here and then you come back with Wendy and all that. Wendy's like at a early morning wedding thing, right? She's not here.
Right, exactly.
She's here in the state. She will be here Saturday with me recording some stuff. I don't know if we're streaming it, but we're going to record some things. So more from Wendy this weekend, and we'll put it on the TMS feed. However, I have so much to do today that we have to end things a little bit early. So we're going to take off now with a reminder of all the content coming up. You got Coverville today at noon.
That's right.
As Brian mentioned
2 hours
previously.
from now. Yep.
2 hours from now. So twitch.tv/Coverville.
Mm-hmm.
You also got Core tonight at 5 p.m. I will be back for that. Couch party tomorrow. We're planning on one at our normal 10 a.m. business. We're going to... Is it our last?
More Firefly? No, we still have lots of Firefly. We still have 3 episodes.
3. I keep screwing that up for some reason.
Yeah.
We got Play Retro tomorrow at 1:30 and Film Sack this weekend. That'll happen on Sunday. So a lot happening. So get ready. Oh, for Film Sack, by the way, we're doing Road to Perdition, like a fantastic movie.
Right.
I'm so excited.
Can't wait to. I only ever saw it the one time in theaters, and I haven't seen it since. So I'm excited to see it again. And yeah.
Normally, I'd veto something I'd seen so recently because I just saw this like 2-3 months ago, but not in this case. I love it so much. I'm happy to watch it again. So I'm all in on that business. Get your Sam Mendes on. Anyway, lots of stuff. So tune in all for it. There'll be a little smattering here or there. Oh, and Kim and I'll squeeze probably a remote skim in at some point while we're out running around doing stuff. So
nice.
I'll let you know.
Nice.
Brian, let's get out of here. You got a little song, a recommendation. Perhaps somebody called in and made a request. I don't know.
He did, as a matter of fact. This was sent in by Jeff, a.k.a. Grandmaster Jarf. Dear Sour Cream and Buttercream. Ooh, two very different things.
Creamy.
This is Jeff, a.k.a. Grandmaster Jarf, a.k.a. the dude who sent in a request last November for Who Wants to Live Forever on my daughter's birthday, which was the weekend when my aunt, daughter, and grandmother all died. But anyway, he says, Thursday, the 16th, is my 46th birthday, and I would love to hear a cover of Right Now by SR71 or any cover of a Queen song. Thanks for all you do. Signed, Jeff, a.k.a. GM Jarf.
Nice.
Yeah, I forgot about that request, man. That was a rough weekend for you, man. Jeez.
Yeah, it was
Holy
hard.
crap. So here's the funny thing. I have one cover of Right Now by SR71. And if I would have looked ahead, it would have been perfect because the only cover I have of that song is by Robin Adele Anderson, who we talked about yesterday and played yesterday because of her connection now to a tadpooler. I love that story, man. It's just so fun.
So good.
Anyway, so we're going to not do the SR71 cover, but you said any cover of a Queen song that I can do. This is great. Surprised I haven't played this on the show before. We all know that Matthew Sweet and Susanna Hoffs got together for 3 albums in the 2000s called Under the Covers, where they took a decade for each album and then covered a few songs from that decade. From the 70s, they pulled this one by Queen. It's Killer Queen. Here's Matthew Sweet and Susanna Hoffs.
See you guys on Monday.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Is it bigger than a mouse pad?
Yep. Much larger.